6.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Brian Mastry.
And I'm Erin Sullivan. Let's get right into our top 6 headlines at 6. Breaking within the last half hour, Nebraska Secretary of State Bob Evnen says he sent the state's voter registration list to the Department of Justice today. That list includes personal information like names, dates of birth, addresses, and driver's license numbers. The DOJ claims this is to ensure voter registrations are accurate and secure.
We cannot imagine the depth of their loss, and we are holding them close in our hearts.
The Iowa State Patrol confirming tonight 19-year-old Carter Johnson was killed yesterday when the bus carrying the Iowa Lakes Community College baseball team flipped and rolled multiple times. The school canceled classes today and tomorrow. Johnson is from South Dakota.
Omaha Senator Michaela Cavanaugh formally reprimanded by the Unicam's executive board today. It's for taking down posters at the Capitol made by conservative group PragerU. Cavanaugh apologized on the floor before raising concerns about the display itself.
The Trump administration revoked a scientific finding at the Center of Regulatory Action around greenhouse gas emissions. With this action, experts say future legal challenges could repeal all greenhouse gas emission standards for cars, power plants, and oil facilities.
Border czar Tom Homan says the Trump administration is ending its immigration crackdown in Minnesota. Homan called the operation a success, claiming it resulted in more than 4,000 arrests. 2 U.S. citizens were killed during protests at the hands of federal agents.
Nearly a week after Fremont police announced citations for 6 people involved in a hit and run at a school protest, no charges have yet been filed. The police report we received today says the 17-year-old driver left the scene without helping or reporting the crash. The report also says the girl who was hit shouldn't have been in the road. Well, it doesn't always work this way, but if you